Hello and welcome to my Let's Play / stream of Star Trek Online. I am the Big B82 and this is part 55 of my TOS era Tactical Officer in Starfleet. So I've just finished off the Dyson Sphere story arc, and we're now going to undertake missions now in the Delta Quadrant arc. Slightly longer than the normal missions. So we will pick it up. First mission is just a basic enter the gateway, and we get a little bit of a cutscene and what's going on, and then we'll be doing Mindscape, which is an actual mission. So let's get the mission. So I do my usual titting about. I'll read exactly, because I thought he was going to speak Commander Cal, but obviously I've got to speak for him. I don't mind the Delta Quadrant missions, but some of them are a bit so-so. Anyway, the activation of the gateway at the heart of the Syllerran Dyson Sphere has given us access to another Dyson Sphere. Originally found near the Syllerran System, it is now located deep in the Delta Quadrant. The Romulan Republic, the Federation and the Klingon Empire have put aside the differences in order to unite against the common enemies. But they need skilled captains and crews who are willing to join the fight. Travel through the gateway and contact Delta Command once you reach the Syllerran Dyson Sphere in the Delta Quadrant. So accept that. So at the end of the last episode, a long lengthy episode it was, before I head through and we get the cutscene, Cooper led a full invasion of the Federation and the Klingon Empire. We prevented that with Captain Sean, not me, flying the Aquarius and destroying the planet killer was going to destroy Qo'noS. During the celebrations of that and the ending of the hostilities, a Iconian turned up and murdered the High Council. So we've kind of drawn their attention, which is not good. But let's now travel to the Delta Quadrant, find new problems to get involved in. And I shall leave you with a nice cutscene. Oh. Following a cutscene. Incoming help and Voyager, sir, on screen.
Welcome to the Syllerran Dyson Sphere. The situation in the Delta Quadrant is continuing to develop. We will need the assistance of all our allies to stay ahead of it.
Thank you for this opportunity. I look forward to serving with you. Yeah. Well. Been to Delta Quadrant Command. This should be the cutscene. Oh, for God's sake, where's the cutscene? Welcome to the Delta Quadrant. Thank you.
Hello. Would you have time to look into something for me?
Who are you?
Commander Ethan Burgess, at your service. I was raised in London, and I didn't give much thought to a career in service until the Breen attack on Earth during the Dominion War. My eyes were open that day. If we weren't safe on Earth, the most protected world in the Federation, we weren't safe anywhere. I joined Starfleet soon after. I was recruited out of the Academy for Starfleet Intelligence, and I've spent my entire career at SI. Wouldn't have it any other way. The Delta Quadrant became a bit of a pet project of mine over the years. I spent hours analyzing Voyager's logs and mission reports and learning all I could about this area of space. There's so much here we need to understand. The Voth, the Undine, the Borg, and they're just the tip of the spear. Now that Starfleet is back here, I want to be at the forefront of learning all we can about the Quadrant and its dangers. Hello. Would you have time to look into something? Admiral Tuvok has requested that you meet Voyager in the Syllerran System. I believe he requires your assistance with a personal issue. While you're there, you should be able to get a briefing on the current state of the Delta Quadrant.
Sounds good to me.
Hello. Would you have...
Hello to you too. Stop saying hello to me. It's been so damn polite. I know us British have to stick together and people think we're polite, but not that damn polite. Right, exit to the Syllerran and Dyson sphere.
It's been 32 years since Voyager finished its journey.
We thought we had left the Delta Quadrant behind us.
We were wrong.
The gateways to the quadrant are open.
And the choices we made have long-lasting effects. Now, we will help the friends we left behind.
And fight the rising darkness.
Voyager's first trip through the Delta Quadrant was a solitary one.
We must return to set things right. This time, we must unite to survive.
Nice little bit of a cutscene there. I do like the fact it's Voyager's, but would have been nice if it was Voyager's scene. But yeah. Good one, play Don Shot. Yeah, good old Don Shot. Next. Could do a SOTOR one. Yeah, I mean to play SOTOR again. They've added swoop racing now. Right, let's begin Mindscape. And
greetings. Admiral Tuvok is waiting for you in the conference room.
I think I might still be subbed to that. I must have at least 1 million cartel coins. Come on, Lieutenant Commander Van Seal.
Welcome aboard. And if I may say so, it's good to see you again. Between doomsday devices and the Delta Quadrant, it looks like we get all of the interesting assignments. If you'll come with me, I'll take you to Admiral Tuvok. He wants to see you right away.
Yeah, you led that mission with me to destroy the doomsday machine. I remember you. Van Seal, I haven't expected to see you again. Probably buy loads of packs, cartel packs. Might finally be able to get the cross-bladed lightsaber.
It's good to see you too. Someone decided that with our experience with that borrowed bird of prey, I'm the perfect person to handle joint operations with the Klingons out here in the Delta Quadrant. I even got a promotion, as you can see.
Yeah, it's like getting a crossfield, in this game. Drop rate's so bloody small. Can you fill me in what's been going on here?
What would you like to know?
Do you know why Admiral Tuvok requested me? God, fucking
the
awesome.
Admiral is trying to track down Dr. Cooper. He thinks that Cooper is the key to this conflict with the Undine. He hasn't explained why yet, but he says that your assistance is crucial. What would you like to know?
What's the situation in the Delta Quadrant?
Unstable, but not totally out of control. The Borg have suffered setbacks on multiple fronts. They're being pressed hard by the Voth, the Undine, and various liberated elements. The Voth are mostly bottled up in their home space and in the Syllerran Dyson sphere. We've established some connections with a few of the locals, such as the Kobali and the Talaxians. Of course, there are still troublemakers out here. The Kazon, the Hirogen, the Malon, and there's a new power player we're very concerned about. Whoever they are, they're picking off systems left and right. Even the Krenim weren't a match for them. We need to find out who they are and what they want.
Yeah, probably will get junk. I do need to go back on there though.
What would you like to know?
Why bring Voyager out? This ship is 30 years old. It's a bit silly to ask that question because the original Enterprise was 40 years old.
Voyager spent 7 years in the Delta Quadrant, and during that time many of her systems were optimized to deal with the hazards out here. This old girl's still got a few tricks. Besides, Admiral Tuvok specifically brought Voyager out for this mission, and what the Admiral wants, the Admiral gets.
Yeah, but he could have got the Prometheus, which probably would have been better suited for this. The Sovereign Enterprise, which has been decommissioned, so the Admiral gets what the Admiral wants. Send in Harry and he'll be fine. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to seeing that idiot again. Let's go.
Sorry we don't have time for a tour, but the Admiral insists he needs to speak with you right away.
The AI on this game makes me laugh. Are you going to lead the way? Oh dear, oh dear. I should get out of there so quickly. Pathing is pretty bad. Oh, no sound. No sound from the conference room. Really? That conference room, was that a turbo? I can never. No, that's the conference room, isn't it? I can never remember my way around Voyager's bridge.
The Admiral is waiting for you in the ready room.
Should you have told me that before I opened his door? Okie dokie. Tuvok.
Greetings. Thank you for coming so promptly. We do not have much time, and I require your assistance.
What's going on?
I am still under telepathic assault by the Undine we know as Cooper. He has found some means to greatly increase his psionic power, and I cannot withstand his assault indefinitely. I will need your help to repel Cooper's attack and counter him.
You must be under a great amount of stress.
What else do you need to know?
What do you need me to do?
I have been able to deflect Cooper's attacks thus far, but I require assistance to repel him and gain any useful information. I propose initiating a Vulcan mind meld through which you will be able to enter my mind and aid me against Cooper.
Yeah, this is the one with the magic walls. Yeah, we go to an old version of Voyager. Yeah, that sounds dangerous.
What else do you need to know?
Wouldn't it be better to be able to have a silent master? Preferably not an Andorian who doesn't particularly like Vulcans.
Your prior experiences with Cooper should allow your subconscious mind to hone in on him. An outsider who has never encountered him before would have no such connection and could never hope to find him.
I'll try to do what I can.
What else do you need to know?
I'm ready. Are we going to use the moon to come back? Because that'd just be cheesy.
My mind to your mind. Your thoughts to my thoughts.
Yeah, enjoy Fight Night. Classic game. EA should bring that back. Joel on true. What's going on? There's no sign of Tuvok or anyone else. It looks like I'm alone in this mindscape. Well, considering it's EA, it's what am I doing? Yeah. Well, have fun. Thanks for stopping by. Here, activate the emergency medical hologram.
Please state the nature of the medical emergency.
Doctor, I seem to be confined to sickbay. Can you override the door lockout for me?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, shall we? First, I need to make sure you're not contagious or suffering from any injuries. This will only take a moment.
A psychotic doctor, that's all we bloody need. I'm fine, Doctor, really. I need to get to engineering.
Don't be difficult. I'm only doing my job. Engineers and captains, always in a hurry to get out of sickbay.
Doctor, it's critical that I leave sickbay. I need to find Tuvok.
You're not going anywhere. Doctor's orders.
Okie dokie.
Can you hear me? Come speak to me at the desk terminal.
Guess you didn't realise that I can critical you whenever I feel like it.
The mind meld was successful. Excellent. I am currently trapped in the ready room. For the moment, I will only be able to communicate with you remotely. Cooper is working to subvert my mental defenses, and I must focus my concentration on keeping my mind intact.
So I need to liberate you from your ready room.
No. Cooper is trying to erode my emotional control. Symbolically, this means that he must destroy Voyager. To do so, he is attempting to overload the warp core. You must proceed to engineering to stop Cooper from destabilizing the warp core. If he is successful, he will have broken down my mental control systems. Once the core and my mind are protected from Cooper's attacks, then we can take control of this mindscape. Take the pad from the doctor's office. I will use it to communicate with you as you proceed.
I didn't notice this, but this is some remarkable similarities to a Deep Space Nine episode. When they go in Sloane's mind to get the cure for the virus. And also one has one where Bashir got attacked by the Lepian, and his mind, it's like it was his mind as well, was the station. Okay. What do I need a pad? Why not use our communicators?
Remember, objects have symbolic significance in this mindscape. As an outsider in my mind, your ability to communicate with me directly is limited. Your communicator is part of your mind, and so it cannot interact with me directly while Cooper tries to keep us separated. The pad is part of my mind, so I can use it to bridge the gap between us.
Strange, but I suppose we don't have time to get into the metaphysics of this.
The mind meld. No. Good. Now we will be able to remain in contact. Proceed to engineering.
Consoles locked due to Omega computer. I explain the Omega Directive. The Omega Directive is set regulations automatically or activated when the ship encounters Omega particles. Only the ship's captain can countermand the directive. Information regarding the Omega particles and the Omega Directive is classified. Computer, release Omega knockdown authorization, Sean Vengi, Admiral. Unable to comply, Omega directive lockdown may only be released by the ship captain in the captain's ready room. Okay.
Cooper is attempting to subvert my mental defenses by replacing my memories with engrams from his bioship. Until he is expelled, these kinds of incursions will continue. You may see strange items or distortions in your surroundings. Ignore them and proceed as best you can. Remember Kiri Kin Tha's first law of metaphysics. Nothing unreal exists.
Understood. Nothing unreal exists. Gotcha. You seem to be lost. Do you speak to every strange person who walks down the corridor armed with a anti-proton rifle?
Cooper is trying to overload the warp core. You must keep it stable.
This isn't right.
The Mindscape is a simulacrum. Cooper may move elements to suit his needs, or try to stop you. Certain areas may be blocked or damaged, or even transformed. Do your best to reach your destination. Cooper cannot simultaneously attack an area and conceal it.
I see. But I think that's reference to the boards they used to put down on the sets to make it look like it's longer.
What are you doing here?
Vincent?
What are you doing here? This area is very dangerous. The core is unstable.
Where's the chief engineer?
Vilana, I don't know. She should be here, but as far as I can tell, everything on Voyager is about to fall apart, and I'm the only one here. Stay back. I'm going to put a force field around the core while I try to stabilize it. It won't contain a core breach, but it might block some of the radiation if the magnetic stabilizers give out.
I can stop the breach. Let me assist.
I've almost got this. Just keep back. It will only take a few more minutes.
Vincent, we can solve this more effectively if we work together.
You are stupid, aren't you? Only people the Vulcan melded with should be here. Not everyone on Voyager is part of Tuvok's warped little subconscious. Some of us are far more exceptional.
Vincent Kim, step away from the warp core controls.
I'll destroy you. And Tuvok's mind with you.
No, you won't.
I'm
He
in
has raised
control.
defenses to protect himself. Use one of the engineering consoles to press your attack.
You
He has
can't
raised
stop
defenses
this.
to protect himself. Use one of the engineering consoles to press your attack.
Fascinating.
Quickly, use the controls to restore the warp core. This will strengthen my mental defenses. Excellent. With my mental defenses stabilized, we should have additional time to fend off Cooper's intrusion. Head to the crew decks. Inside of my memories exist fragments of personalities from any person with whom I have previously experienced a mind meld. You may be able to find someone whose personality is not wholly part of my mind, and thus not susceptible to Cooper's influence.
I'll find someone to help him on the crew decks.
Move through the crew decks to your right. You may be able to find a fragment of a personality who can help. People with whom I have previously melded have left impressions of their Katras in my mind. You may be able to convince one to assist you. Because they are not technically me, Cooper's ability to subvert them may be limited.
I'll keep an eye out for anyone who might be able to help. Captain Janeway?
What is happening? What am I doing here? Who are you? I require specifics. Answer me.
Voyager is in danger from species 8472. We need to liberate Tuvok. He's being held locked in the ready room.
I have no reason to trust you, but it seems familiar somehow. Why am I in the crew quarters? I should be in my regeneration alcove.
Tuvok can explain here. You can communicate through the pad.
You are currently experiencing an enigmatic regress as a result of a Vulcan mind meld. You must assist me in reasserting control over the meld. I am currently locked in the ready room next to the bridge. Exercise caution as species 8472 has subverted the vessel.
Let's go to the bridge and help Tuvok.
That is Borg technology. But the presence of the collective will not dissuade us. Assimilation is irrelevant. Assimilated Undine. It may be a reflection of the unconscious fears of species 8472.
Sucks to be them.
Oh, you're here. Let's just get this over with.
I will secure the bridge while you release Tuvok.
Captain? Oh, sorry, Admiral.
With Cooper defeated, he should no longer be able to maintain the telepathic link with my mind. For the time being. We must end the mind meld and consider our next course of action. Now that we have removed Cooper's influence, it is time to break the link between he and myself.
I agree. It's time to end this.
With Cooper's attack temporarily halted, we are in a position to slow the advance of his Undine forces. Please accompany me to the bridge.
Lead the way, Admiral. It is your ship, after all. Admiral, why are your crew out of uniform?
We still do not have a fix on Cooper's whereabouts. I will contact Starfleet for any current information about Undine movements. Use the sensors to check for their quantum signatures. Voyager's sensor array is currently calibrated for tracking Undine movements, so you should be able to garner results quickly.
I'll handle the sensors.
You should return to your ship. While I am somewhat fatigued as a result of the mind meld, I believe that I can continue in my duties on Voyager while we plan our next steps.
Tuvok, I'm getting an error from the operations. The Omega protocol lockdown is in effect.
We must still be in the meld. Cooper is trying to deceive us. He needs to break the link cleanly, but lacks the strength to confront us directly.
What should we do?
You don't belong here.
We should use the link to our advantage. If we can track Cooper through the link, we can then pursue him in the physical realm. Since the Mindscape deals in symbolic representations, we need a map to his location. We should proceed to astrometrics.
Let's go.
Cooper is trying to block your progress. Look for another path.
Shit, well, I cut him off there, didn't I? Two of these people in 2075, the Voyager encountered a malfunctioning ball vehicle and they were turned into a trap for species 83559. This predicament caused other personalities from the collective to surface. 7 of 9. I entered a mind meld with her and attempted to stabilize personality. These people are echoes of the personalities of the people assimilated by the Borg. They're not truly aware, knowing only that they desire to escape. It may be helpful to think of them as ghosts, metaphorically speaking, of course.
Cooper is attempting to distort your path again. Keep searching.
Flanking for the win.
I sense we are making progress. Keep searching.
Okay. Ding! Track Cooper. Check memory of grid 124 at contact 22 Theta. According to Voyager's logs, this is a location of Tuvok's previous mind meld with 7 and 9, where she suffered a forced intrusion from other minds taken by the Borg into her consciousness. The event was caused by proximity to a damaged Volacurium. It is not consistent with influence from the Undine. So brightly. Voyager encountered the Class 17 Nebula in 2373. At this time, Tuvok was suffering from an organic virus that entered the mind meld with Captain Janeway, so the captain would help him trace and resolve the source of the virus, which extended from his tenure aboard the Excelsior under Captain Sulu. This is not related to Undine incursion. After Voyager left the Syllerran System early in its journey home, Tuvok experienced a traumatic mind meld with crewman Lon Suda. At this time, Voyager was not encountered in the Undine. Electric expanse. Electric expanse is an area of edge of Borg space. It's located near an unstable corridor the Undine used to make incursions into our dimension. Quantum singularities in that area of space make it easily subject to incursions from the Undine. Logic suggests that this would be an ideal location for them to use the fleet staging area. It is time to end the meld and go find Cooper. Wait, yes. Something weird going on here. Tuvok?
This ordeal has taxed me mentally, but I must continue the mission. I have learned that Cooper is in fluidic space, in an area that corresponds to the location known in our dimension as the Northwest Passage. We must travel there and enter fluidic space to confront Cooper once more. He is aboard a special command bioship that he cannot abandon. If we catch him in fluidic space, we can force a final confrontation. Please join me on the bridge. I must focus my concentration on regaining my strength. I need you to enter our destination coordinates and make certain that there are no more surprises.
Can't his helmsman do this?
Voyager will join you in the Northwest Passage. We'll leave as soon as you've returned to your ship. We need to hurry if we want to catch Cooper.
Turn to my ship.
This area of space was labeled by Commander Chakotay as the Northwest Passage. It is a corridor of space that the Borg avoid because of the high incidence of quantum singularities, which the Undine use as points of transit. Voyager encountered the passage in 2373, and Captain Janeway chose to use it to travel through Borg space. This precipitated our first contact with species 8472.
What should we do? What do we need to do here?
We must locate a quantum singularity that will lead us into the correct area of fluidic space. My suspicion is that Cooper is using this region as a staging ground for the massed Undine fleet, and his command bioship will be there as well. Approach each singularity and check its quantum wave signature. When we find the correct one, we will pass through.
We'll probably have to engage the Undine ships first and then scan the singularities. It's always going to be the last one anyway. So.
this passage will work. Quickly, we must go through the portal.
Let's do this.
We need to reach Cooper's command bioship. According to my scans, he is using a modified dreadnought as a control vessel. Intriguing. Cooper's bioship appears to have nerve clusters, gyri, and structures typically associated with brain matter. While most bioships are organic, they are not aware. Rather, they are biological tissue operated by the Undine as tools. Cooper's vessel is different. It is possible that the ship is self-aware. This would explain the increase in Cooper's telepathic abilities. Not only is his command bioship able to coordinate the entire Undine fleet, acting as a brain for the other ships, but it also amplifies his psionic power. We must gain access to the ship directly. We will need to temporarily disable its shielding mantle, so we can fire upon vulnerable sections to disable it.
Find and disable Cooper's ship. Understood.
You've come a long way, but as you can see, I am not unprepared for your arrival. This command bioship is unique. It is capable of coordinating an entire fleet of bioships. A fleet that will launch from the structure you see here. Even if you attack me, I suspect you will find the sheer power of my new fleet to be overwhelming.
We're not defeated yet. Chew on that, bitch.
Bioship is weakened. We must beam aboard and locate Cooper while it is possible.
Let's go then.
We are close to Cooper's position, but the bioship is blocking transport in the area closest to the central nexus. We must find control nodes that will allow us to enter the nexus. As the ship is organic, we may be able to force it open by sending impulses through certain nerve endings, thereby causing a reflex reaction, much like a sneeze.
I'm glad you said that. Find the control nodes, open the central. Got it. Look out, Undine come down from this. Oh shit.
The muscles controlling this passage will not release. We will need to find control ganglia we can use to trigger a reflex response and open the door.
The release has to be here.
Cooper should be in the chamber just beyond this door.
If this is a ship has a mind, can you convince it not to fight us?
An intriguing notion. I shall make the attempt. You must protect me from Cooper and his soldiers while I concentrate on the mind meld. When you are ready, we shall proceed.
Whoa! I killed him! Not cool.
The ship is resisting the meld. I must move to another neural cluster. You must protect me from Undine attacks while I concentrate.
I am, you moron.
The ship is resisting the meld. I must move to another neural cluster. You must protect me from Undine attacks while I concentrate. You must protect me from Undine attacks while I concentrate.
Where are the rest of my bloody crew members?
What is happening? You did this!
My mind to your mind.
Communication link established.
Your thoughts to my thoughts.
The weak will perish. Why should we listen to the weak?
You will perish when the Iconians complete their purge. To the Iconians, you are weak.
We must survive.
When we fight one another, we are weak. United, we are strong.
No! Don't listen to him!
We must see to our needs.
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
The many must survive.
We don't need them!
The many will be strong. The strong will survive.
They are weak. I will save us.
You are weak.
What? No!
But together, we are strong. You will be repurposed.
No!
Damn.
The Bio-Dreadnought has no intention of entering our space. Now we must return to our ships before the Undine retreat to their own fortresses in fluidic space.
Damn. They sorted him out quickly, didn't they?
There are no signs of Undine pursuit. Whatever the intent of the remaining Undine forces, it seems that they do not involve our dimension. As a Vulcan, I am not given to personal displays. Nonetheless, we have shared a deep connection. We will always carry a part of this experience with us. In a sense, you have become a portion of my mental defenses. Part of the ship and crew that define the most challenging aspects of my existence. Our shared effort has prevented another Undine invasion, and incidentally allowed me to retain my sanity. Your contributions are appreciated. I must advise Starfleet Command of these developments. I am sure we will speak again. Until then, I am confident that events in the Delta Quadrant are in capable hands.
Farewell,
Live
Admiral.
long and prosper.
Farewell, Admiral. Are you ready to leave the system at your command, sir? Yes, let's leave. If you want to admire the asteroids, Gammon. And with that,
With Cooper gone, the Undine won't have a leader pushing them toward war with our forces. I wonder why he was so set on this conflict. We still don't know exactly how long Cooper had been replaced by an Undine, or if the original Cooper is still alive. Perhaps this Undine saw something during his time among us that convinced him that the only way to secure the safety of his people was to destroy ours. It wouldn't be the first time that's happened. Remember the Xindi attack on Earth in the 22nd century? They were told by the sphere builders that they had to destroy Earth to save themselves. It turned out that sphere builders were using the Xindi as a tool in their own destructive plans. We know the Iconians have manipulated the Undine. Maybe they were the ones pushing Cooper to attack. Hello. Would you
anything is
have time
possible.
to look into something?
Anyway, with that, that is the end of part 55. When we return in part 56, we'll be doing Reunion.
Our first task in the Delta Quadrant is a familiar one. Hello.
Yeah, that one. We'll be doing Reunion, as it just popped up there. I'm the Big B82. Please subscribe. Comments are welcome. I appreciate any thumbs up as well. And I will see you in part 56. Ciao for now.